Two phone calls. First one, hello? Hey, bro, what's going on? Bro? Bro, there's no words. He's crying a lot. And I'm scared because I've never had a man cry like that before. And I love this man. I want to do something to help. I don't know what to do. Second phone call. Hello? Hello? Hey, hey, what's going on? One of the most important people that I deeply care about. No words. She's crying, like badly, struggling to breathe, like, I don't know what to do. I wish I could get on a plane and fly over and just go run like crazy. Just press the door open and tell her, hey, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here for you. Just let me be here for you. I'll get deep into those two phone calls. But for right now, you're one of two kinds of people. Either one, you watched the animation that I made yesterday, or number two, you're about to see it in just a few moments. Either way, I have something for you. Two things, actually. One, what does it mean? And two, why should you care? Like, honestly, why should you? Short story. Vincent van Gogh. Does that name mean anything to you? And if not, that's okay. Just pause. Go ahead, look it up on the internet. Vincent van Gogh is one of the most celebrated artists. His paintings are prized possessions that cost millions of dollars. And in fact, some of them you can't even buy because they are national treasures in his home country. He has an entire museum built after him. But I need you to think about this, like really focus and engage with me, like lock in, okay? There was a time in history that people, a lot of people around him, even people close to him, they saw his artworks and they didn't get it. They did not understand. They were confused. It didn't make any sense to them. And get this, some people were disgusted and offended. I remember reading part of his biography, and it was during the later stages of his life when Van Gogh was really struggling a lot. And so he went to get some help. He was in an institution, right? And he was painting the best that he could every day, just showing up and doing what he could do. And painting, their activity of painting, was one of the few things that was able to calm him. It was one of the only few places where he could show up and be a master of himself, right? But one critic made the comment that the paintings that he was making were the product of a broken mind. And so in his or her perspective, they were unworthy to be displayed in an exhibition or museum alongside the other artists who didn't have problems, right? But thank God for Johanna Van Gogh. His sister-in-law married to his brother Theo. She made a comment, something along the lines of, Vincent van Gogh was not painting because of a broken mind or from a broken mind. He was painting in spite of it. What does that mean? Here was a man who was fighting against the world, against all the people who lost hope and faith in him, against his very own mind. Falling down, getting back up, falling down, getting up again and doing it again and again and again, just pushing. Vincent van Gogh's brother, he saw it, he got it, he understood. Johanna also saw it and understood. But the people around him, they didn't say, they couldn't understand. And it was so bad, it took Johanna about 10, 20, 30 years to convince the world of the genius of Vincent van Gogh, and more importantly, to tell the story of two brothers who loved each other deeply, despite all the strain and frustrations they had in their relationship. Two brothers who loved each other deeply. And one of the ways that she did that was she used the letters that Van Gogh and his brother used to write to each other. She's talking about the daily struggles and the daily pleasures of everyday life, right? Why am I bringing this up? Because I don't want you to miss it. Why should you care? rejection. If you're a human being like me and you've lived in this earth for any amount of time, you've been rejected a lot. And get this, as long as you continue living and breathing, you will be rejected again and again and again. And it's gonna suck, okay? And I know something about myself. Could be the same thing for you. But I have two ways of dealing or responding to rejection. One is constructive and useful, helps me to be able to get above and over it, right? So I'm not drowning. But if I'm honest, there are days when I fall under it. I have harmful and destructive, poor ways of dealing with rejection, right? And so at the heart of this project is a story of the pain and the confusion of rejection and how to best navigate it without getting consumed. There's a very deep and painful story that I'm looking forward to share, but I'm also scared to share because this is uncomfortable. If you know me at all, I am a private individual. I value my privacy. I value not being in front of the camera, right? But I made a decision. My discomfort means nothing to me in the face of the reality of friends and family that I love who are going through something right now. Maybe you're watching this right now and you know, and I know, we've had those phone calls where no words were said, but just crying, ugly crying. And I just want to say that you didn't get to see this because we're in different locations. But I was in so much pain because in that moment, when you were at your lowest, I just wanted to be there for you. Just maybe even give you a really big hug and tell you it's going to be okay. But I couldn't do that. And sometimes I was actually very scared because I've had friends, and maybe you're seeing this right now, who thought about maybe if I wasn't here anymore, maybe the pain would stop. Maybe that's the only way to make the pain stop. I don't want to lose my friends. I don't want to lose you, bro. I don't want to lose you, sis. What I'm trying to say is that you don't have to do this alone. There's ways to get around it. If I'm able to be here standing doing this, my discomfort zone, right? You can do it too. You can make it. You can break through it. You can rise above it. And so we're going to get into this project. We're going to go deep. We're going to go behind the scenes. We're going to go beyond the superficial, right? And talk about the deep and real stuff. I've always been a terrible liar. I don't know how to lie. Like, you'll always catch me, right? And so I tend to operate in truth. Just say things as they truly are. And so it's going to get real. But I think it's time. I think we need this. I think you need this. And I know for sure, for a fact, that I need this. I need you as much as you need me. So without taking any more of your time, I'm going to let you go. Just go and watch the animation. And I'll catch you in the next video. All right? Enjoy.
Son.
Abba, just to keep it real with you, I'm calling because I'm struggling right now, and so I wanted to hear your voice. Because sometimes it feels as though no one here cares, and I can handle that most days. But it's the other times when I feel as though you don't care, and that I can't handle at all. But I read the big book, and all the letters inside, they say that you love me a lot. And so, even though this season hurts, and I don't understand, I know I'm going to be okay, because you're always with me. You know, I've spent so much time looking for her. I never stopped long enough to ask you what she's really like, what I should be looking for. And so please, show me a good place to stand. The wife of noble character, wisdom sayings from King Lemuel the oracle, which his mother taught to him, found in the Old Testament book of Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10 through 31. An excellent woman, one who is spiritual, capable, intelligent, and virtuous. Who is he who can find her? Her value is more precious than jewels, and her worth is far above rubies or pearls. The heart of her husband trusts in her with secure confidence, and he will have no lack of gain. She comforts, encourages, and does him only good and not evil all the days of her life. She looks for wool and flax, and works with willing hands in delight. She is like the merchant ships. Abounding with treasure, she brings her household's food from far away. She rises also while it is still night, and gives food to her household, and assigns tasks to her maids. She considers a field before she buys or accepts it, expanding her business prudently. With her profits, she plants fruitful vines in her vineyard. She equips herself with strength, spiritual, mental, and physical fitness for her God-given task, and makes her arms strong. She sees her gain is good. Her lamp does not go out, but it burns continually through the night. She is prepared for whatever lies ahead. She stretches out her hands to the distaff, and her hands hold the spindle as she spins wool into thread for clothing. She opens and extends her hand to the poor, and she reaches out her filled hands to the needy. She does not fear the snow for her household, for all in her household are clothed in expensive scarlet wool. She makes for herself coverlets, cushions, and rags of tapestry. Her clothing is linen, pure and fine, and purple wool. Her husband is known in the city's gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes fine linen garments and sells them, and supplies sashes to the merchants. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and her position is strong and secure. And she smiles at the future, knowing that she and her family are prepared. She opens her mouth in skillful and godly wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue, giving counsel and instruction. She looks well to how things go in her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, happy, prosperous, to be admired. Her husband also, and he praises her, saying, "Many daughters have done nobly, and well with the strength of character that is steadfast in goodness. But you excel them all. Charm and grace are deceptive, and superficial beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord, yes, a woman who fears the Lord, reverently worshiping, obeying, serving, and trusting Him with all filled respect, she shall be praised. Give her of the product of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates of the city." Soli Deo Gloria. Amen.